This afternoon, we have some exciting news to share with you about the upcoming Privacy Symposium Africa 2023. This year's edition promises to be as dynamic and engaging as previous sessions, where we will continue to address the critical issues of data privacy and data protection in Africa. Firstly, we are thrilled to announce that today we will unveil the date and host country for PSA 2023. The news is highly anticipated as it will provide us with a better understanding of where we will be gathering to tackle the complex issues of data privacy and data protection. In addition, one of the highlights of this launch will be the official handover of the host mantle from the 2022 PSA edition host, that was Kenya, to the 2023 PSA edition. This symbolic gesture represents the continuity of our commitment to promoting responsible data use and protecting individuals' privacy rights across the African continent. That is not all. Today, we will also be unveiling the roadmap to PSA, sharing with you the different activities en route PSA 2023. Finally, we will be unpacking the PSA 2023, sharing with you what exactly awaits you in this year's edition of PSA 2023. A reminder, you can follow us on Twitter and LinkedIn at Unwanted Witness, or Facebook and Instagram at Unwanted Witness UG. Should you like to share an email with us, write to us directly at info@unwantedwitness.org. We now will have welcome remarks from the Executive Director of Unwanted Witness, Ms. Dorothy Mukasa.
Hello Africa, I am delighted to welcome you all to the virtual unveiling of the roadmap to the Privacy Symposium Africa 2023. At Unwanted Witness, we are more than thrilled to witness the growth of this platform, offering a great promise of providing an unforgettable experience for everyone that is involved. This year's edition, ladies and gentlemen, is designed to provide a unique approach to data protection. We will explore the topics through a sectoral lens, getting deeper into specific privacy concerns and challenges that affect the different industries, including healthcare, education, finance, and the media. We have therefore curated a fantastic lineup of speakers who are ready to share their insights and knowledge with you all. You will therefore learn about the latest trends, best practices, and emerging issues in data protection. And we are confident that this knowledge will be useful to you in your personal and professional endeavors. We therefore invite you to follow us on our social media pages to stay up to date with the latest developments and news about the symposium. I hope that the 5th edition of the Privacy Symposium Africa will be an eye-opening experience for you, and that you will live with a great understanding of the importance of data protection and privacy in the different sectors. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you, and we are looking forward to seeing you all in November at the Privacy Symposium Africa 2023.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our partners and those who participated physically and virtually. We had a great, interesting lineup of activities, masterclasses, thought-provoking panels, and yes, we launched the 2nd edition of the Privacy Scorecard Report. For those who didn't attend, here are some of the highlights.
So for those of you who are online, karibuni virtually to Nairobi. For those of you who made your way all the way here, thank you very much. And for those of you who are in Strathmore for the first time, karibuni.
This information would be coming from a point of information, So this data that was being relayed on this Twitter caused a lot of unrest to the public. And we see some of the public members, because everybody was allowed to tweet.
The company that I give my data to will do what they're saying that they'll do with the data. They will only share it with the entities that they've said they'll share it, or ask for my consent before they share it.
Data subjects on the continent, so that if I sit in Kenya and I'm sure a country is transferring my data to a country that has a known track record of human rights abuse, I would not be comfortable. But if I'm sure that because they have to conform to the regional framework on cross-border data transfers, and it means then that they have to have a proper data protection framework, it's a plus for everyone.
It's high time that we also come and actually have the policies that we have in paper implemented in the practical spaces, in how we collect and process personal data and how we store it.
My name is Catherine Muya. I work at Article 19 Eastern Africa as the Program Officer for Digital Rights and Policy. I found the Privacy Symposium to be very enlightening. I liked the discussions. I also liked that I was able to meet new people and have a really engaging panel, which I hope can be carried on forward into my work.
So that is what happened at that fantastic gathering in 2022. It's time now to unveil the host of the 5th edition of PSA 2023. Last year, PSA 2022 was held in Nairobi. At this point, I'll request Ms. Immaculate Kaisait, the Data Protection Commissioner of Kenya, to do us the honors and hand over the hosting mantle to Mrs. Judesha Madab, the Data Protection Commissioner of Mauritius, the new PSA host.
Judesha Madab, Data Protection Commissioner, Data Protection Office of Mauritius, Dorothy Mkasa, the Executive Director and Wanted Witness. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today marks the day that we hand over the hosting of the Data Privacy Symposium Africa. I am Ms. Immaculate Kaisait, the Data Commissioner, Kenya. As you know, the Privacy Symposium Africa is an annual event that brings together different stakeholders to exchange ideas around data protection. This event is held in the continent. Over the years, the PSA has become a critical platform where building network, fostering collaboration, and best practices in data protection is undertaken in the African continent. As we prepare to hand over the mantle of PSA to the next host, I would like to express my gratitude to all the participants who made the previous edition's resounding success. Your contribution, insight, and experiences have invaluably shaped the data protection in Africa. I also want to thank the Unwanted Witness, who are the sponsors, for working tirelessly to make the previous event successful. As you know, I have the pleasure of and most honor to hand over this year's edition of the Privacy Symposium Africa to Ms. Judesha Madab, the Mauritius Data Protection Officer. The event will be hosted at Port Louis between 7th and 9th of November 2023. Ms. Madab is a distinguished colleague in the arena of data protection. She has vast experience and has been committed in promoting the issue of data protection in Mauritius and continues to share her experience. And I believe that this year is an opportunity for her country and herself to actually bring Privacy Symposium Africa and make it a resounding success. I also look forward to joining you all at Port Louis between the 7th and 9th of November 2023. I believe together we'll continue to promote data protection in Africa. Thank you.
At this point, we would like to invite Mrs. Judesha Madab, the Mauritius Data Commissioner, to do us the honor of accepting the mantle to host the 5th edition PSA 2023.
It is indeed with very great humility and excitement that I accept the mantle of hosting the next Privacy Symposium for Africa, PSA. I am Mrs. Judesha Madab, the Mauritius Data Protection Commissioner, and I'm very honored to be entrusted with this important responsibility today. I would like to express my gratitude to Ms. Immaculate Kaisait, the Kenyan Data Protection Commissioner, for her kind words and for successfully hosting the 2022 PSA edition. Ms. Kaisait has set a very high bar, and I'm committed to building on her legacy and taking the PSA to new highlights and heights. The PSA is an essential platform for data protection commissioners, experts, and stakeholders to share knowledge, exchange ideas, and collaborate on promoting data privacy and innovation in Africa. It has played a very crucial role in shaping the discourse around data protection in our continent. And I'm thrilled to be part of this legacy. As the next host, I am really committed to organizing a PSA that will be informative, engaging, and impactful. I look forward to working closely with Unwanted Witness, partners, and all stakeholders to create an exciting and meaningful event. My vision for the PSA is to foster more significant collaborations, promote best practices in data protection, and chart a course for the future of data privacy in Africa. I believe that the PSA can play a crucial role again in promoting innovation, economic growth, and social development whilst respecting individual privacy rights. I would also like to invite all data protection commissioners, experts, and stakeholders to participate in the upcoming Privacy Symposium, Africa in Port Louis. Your contributions, insights, and experiences are critical to the success of the PSA. And I look forward to engaging with you. And to conclude, I am deeply honored and humbled to accept the mantle of hosting the next Privacy Symposium Africa. And I pledge to work tirelessly to make it a success and to build on the achievements of my predecessors. Thank you very much.
At this point, allow me to officially launch the PSA Roadmap 2023, the different activities that will see us up to November. Well, today we have started by unveiling the host country and announcing our partner, the Data Protection Office of Mauritius. We will next have West African Privacy Regional Engagement, where we will gather to discuss privacy issues for that particular area. We will then put out a call for paper submissions, and the successful paper will be presented at the Privacy Symposium in November. We will later unveil the plenary and the topics and speakers who will headline the November event. We will move south to Southern Africa in August for the Southern Africa Privacy Regional Engagement. Again, privacy issues unique to Southern Africa will be discussed there. We will have the registration for the masterclasses open shortly and then in November we will all head to Port Louis in Mauritius for the symposium. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, you can follow us at Africa Privacy on Twitter and Instagram. You can also send an email at the website privacysymposiumafrica.com. We will see you in November 7th to 9th at Port Louis in Mauritius.